to Katamari Damacy Reroll.
Yeah, we're playing Katamari. I love it so much. We're gonna roll up some stuff. I can't wait. Let's see.
Now I want fruit roll up.
Fruit roll-ups. Ew.
Yeah. What?
What's this over here?
They're awesome. I don't know
Listen,
what you're talking about.
I don't like gummies.
You don't like bunnies?
Gummies.
Oh.
I don't like anything gummy, basically.
Wow. He's really speaking Arabic.
Yeah, he speaks all of the languages of the world at some point in the game, basically.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just brief, just to show that he is a worldly man.
Okay.
Anyway,
Interesting.
but no, I don't like gummy food. Like
Okay.
honestly, my favorite gummies are like melatonin gummies, and that's because they taste like blueberry.
Okay.
Oh shit! I've got 11 minutes to do this. Let's do it. Whee! Ah.
Keep rolling, rolling, rolling,
Oh no
rolling.
no 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 no! Hey, I remembered the controls. That's good.
That's good. How long has it been since the last time we played?
Like
wow, that's annoying.
Like a week and a half, maybe a
really
more.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was before everything happened last week.
Yeah. A lot happened last week.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But now things are better.
Now things are fine. Life goes on. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to tell you about this app that I've been using on my phone.
Oh, yes. Finally, you can tell me about it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to say this for like a week now.
Okay.
But I wanted to say it on the stream. So, I have been using this app called Habitica, right? And for anyone who wants to look that up, that's Habit with an ICA on the end. It is this cute, cool little app where you get a little character. It's a little like sprite, and you can level up your character, and you can buy armor and go like a different path. Like you can be like a warrior or a thief or etc.
Oh wow!
And you can have mounts and pets. And
What?
the way you gain experience is by doing things in real life.
Interesting.
So what I do is I put in all these different like habits that I want to do or not do, and all of these to-do items that are due on a certain day, and all of these things that I want to do every day. And every time I do something good, I hit a certain button and it gives me experience, and eventually I level up.
That's awesome.
So whenever I take Penny outside to pee, whenever I clean something, I get experience. But also you can basically put in anything you want in there. So I can even put in like eat a healthy meal or take some time to rest and relax. You know, like it doesn't have to be all productive things or all healthy things. It's just things you want yourself to get better at doing and to feel accomplished afterward. And it's really cool. My little person is a thief, and I have a my pet right now is a shade tiger cub.
Okay. Interesting.
It's really cool, and that's how I remember lately how to like. It reminds me to feed Penny in the morning and at night. Turn around, good. It reminds me to do my homework. It reminds me to wash dishes, take the trash out of my bedroom, do my French lessons, everything like that every day. Like it even you can set it to where a reminder pops up every 2 days. So I remember to like wash my hair every 2 days.
Oh wow!
You know, with all of the pandemic and everything, and everything kind of blending together, sometimes I forget when it was that I last showered. But I can put it in there to where it checks it off every time I take a shower, and then every 2 days it reminds me that I need to take another.
That's really interesting. That's really awesome.
It's really cool. It's I heard that it was like good for people with ADHD, but when I talked to Quinn about it, she said that it doesn't work for her.
Interesting.
But for me, it works great because my main problem is that I need motivation to do things.
Yeah.
I don't do things unless I'm gonna get praised for them, basically. And Habitica also keeps you responsible because if you have like daily chores, under the daily list and then you don't do them or check them off by the end of the day, your character will lose health.
Whoa.
Yeah, it keeps you responsible.
Interesting.
And if you don't want a thing to make you lose health, you can not give it a negative response. So, like, some things, you can allow yourself to mess up on, and some things you can keep responsible for.
Okay.
It's really cool. I think you should probably try it. It's free and everything.
All right.
I learned about it on Tumblr.
It a shot. You learn? Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, Tumblr is good for some stuff like that. Like, there's a huge community of like people with autism and ADHD on Tumblr. Especially ADHD. There's a lot of people with ADHD on Tumblr, which makes a lot of sense because of how Tumblr keeps your attention.
Tumblr works.
Yeah. It's basically genetically engineered to fracture your attention, but that's a conversation for another day. I had to study that stuff in my English class in 2019 about how social media fractures your attention.
We should really have that discussion because that sounds like a really interesting topic to talk about on the show.
It's just that, like, it's also very complicated.
Yeah, with anything psychology related, it would be.
Yeah. And I had to write essays on this stuff. But it wasn't the most fun. It was partially fun because in my English class, I got to, like, tear apart the author of whatever I was analyzing if I wanted to. Like, my English teacher thought that was hilarious. She loved it. She would write, like, "ha" in the margins with, like, a smiley face. I love my English teacher. Honestly, I know that, like, it's not fun learning how to, like, write essays in MLA format and etc. But I think learning to write essays, especially analyses, is extremely important to the human experience. Because you really learn to deconstruct arguments and figure out what someone is really saying. And also, you learn to formulate your own opinion based on what someone else has said. Which is good.
I definitely wish I had more, like, analysis in my schooling because, like, I miss the obvious shit, and it's so bad when I just whenever I scroll through Tumblr and I see an argument, I'm like, I don't know which side to support because they're all making good points. You know, I don't know dog whistles, and I don't know how to catch dog whistles and stuff, and so that's something that's important in the modern age.
Yeah, that's really something I've just learned by being on the internet constantly for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it really is a guessing game on places like Tumblr whether or not you're supposed to agree with it by the end of it.
Yeah.
And, like, especially for me, that's a very difficult thing because people with borderline personality disorder it's like one of the biggest textbook symptoms that we have a shaky sense of self, like identity, you know? And it's like a lot of the time, these people are really screaming. A lot of the time.
Well, they would be if you would be too if you were put into a ball and rolled up.
Yeah, that's true.
And losing all control of yourself.
Whatever, these people can get bumped. I don't often have a good idea of what it is I think and feel, you know? Like, I'm not always certain what my opinions are on things. But all I really truly know is that I want to be a good person, you know, and that's, as long as I keep that in mind, I mean, I think it'll be okay. It's just that, like, there's a lot of different versions of what a good person looks like depending on who you're talking to. And I want to be the most universal version of good. Because
I mean you're gonna have trouble because, like, there are people who have conflicting versions of what it means to be a good person.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I once had this person I was talking to, you might be able to guess who this is, who, you know, said to me, "Have you ever just considered that being racist is their version of being nice?" And
What?
I was like, okay, get out of my house. But like,
What?
but also like, I can't believe that some people genuinely think like that, which they
That
do. I
what?
Yeah,
I can't. I
it,
mm,
it was a bad
I have
time.
issue. I actually don't know who you're talking about, but
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh,
Yeah, it
that
was
is
rough.
rough.
I'm running out of things to roll up here.
Yeah, you are.
I've still got 2 minutes. Jeez. It's like when I am not paying attention to this game, I am really good at it. But when I
Hmm.
try too hard, like I stress out and I freak out. Um, I'm gonna
Yeah.
let freeze and everything. See, like at the very beginning of this game, you were like, "How big is this person?" And I'm like, "Well, it depends." And this is why.
Well, he's still a tiny. Like you can't even see him. That's how small he is. You can't. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can
He's
see
like a
him
little like.
barely.
Yeah, you can barely see him. But like he's remained the same size. The ball just got bigger.
Well, yeah, but in some levels, he is bigger too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think if I remember correctly. Um,
I mean, we'll find out.
because I've beaten a Katamari game before. They're basically all the same formula.
Hmm.
This one's just a remake of Damacy, um,
Okay.
which is the best Katamari game if you ask me. So it's fine.
Also, how did he not drown? Like
The Prince,
you waded into like 3 foot deep waters, and he's just come out fine.
because I'm epic. What was it that I used that excuse for the other day?
I have no idea.
I did something really like stupid or like mean or something, and I was like, because I'm epic, and then I laughed really insanely hard.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, this game is fun.
This game is fun.
I said it's got the
definitely
best
fun to
music.
watch. Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying watching this.
Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying having me around.
I sure am. So like,
69.
oh my god, 6 centimeters, 9 millimeters, 69.
69.
Oh yeah. Fuck. What's wrong with us? Anyway.
I don't know idea.
While you were doing that, Tumblr made me realize that like overall, I am kind of like an inverted autistic person.
What do you mean inverted?
I mean, like I have a lot of like, well, not inverted autistic, but like inverted based on like what the media thinks is autism.
Oh, okay.
Cause like, you know me, sometimes like I'm good at talking. I'm good at talking and writing.
Mm-hmm.
But in a way where like sometimes I can't stop talking, you know.
Yeah.
And also sometimes I really love overstimulation, like really loud music, like concerts.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before.
And sometimes um like they say that like people with autism have like no empathy sometimes. At least on in the media they do. But
The whole robot thing.
yeah, the whole robot thing, which I have been called a robot before, but not for that reason.
Oh, that's not. What have you been called a robot for?
Just mostly I do this thing when something is wrong where I state it over and over again, just like trying to find help. Like
Okay.
if I burn my hand, I'll be like hot, 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 and people think that's robot of me.
That's so weird.
Also, which one of these should I make? Because I can't make a star right now.
You can't make a star right now?
Yeah, I have to do one of these side missions first.
I don't know.
I'm gonna make Gemini just because.
Okay.
Anyway, but also like I have a lot of empathy compared to some other autistic people. I have probably too much empathy.
Yeah.
And I also like you know they say that like people with autism can't tell when something is awkward. But I like if I see something awkward on TV, I physically flinch.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not autistic though, but like.
That's okay. What am I
Well,
supposed
like,
to do here? I have a mission here. Hold on. I have to get as many twins as I can. Okay. Yeah, all of the, like, constellations have a mission to them instead of just rolling up a bunch of things.
Oh, okay.
So I have to make twins. So, pair of boots. Let's see if I can get these boxes. I cannot. I'll get these things. Anyway, yeah, you're not autistic, but I consider you an honorary autistic person because you got the sensitivities and you got, like, executive dysfunction. So, like, you're close enough to me. I mean, you hyperfixate, you have special interests, you STEM, like, I mean, I know you're definitely, you don't have autism, but, like, I think you're, like, close enough to me, which in my world is a huge compliment, so I don't know how you feel about it, but, like, I think that's a good thing.
I don't mind. It's, I mean, like, I know I have executive dysfunction, and I know it's really good to have a name to things. Because, like, because, like, at first, because what I have is a lot of similarities to ADHD.
Yeah.
Except I don't actually have ADHD. Which I don't know if it's proof that I don't have ADHD because of the way of, like, how Adderall doesn't affect me at all, which is super weird. Like, I remember taking Adderall and just being like, eh.
Yeah.
I didn't feel stimulated. I didn't feel overstimulated. I didn't feel understimulated. I didn't feel anything when I took Adderall.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if I'm just fucked up or something. What I mean, like, it's good to have a name to it because you know, it's just always good to have a name to something that you're going through, something you can be like, oh, this is why my brain works like this.
Yeah, and you can have a community then. Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but, like, I wasn't diagnosed until I was 20 years old. And, like, I hate that, like, in some instances, parents won't let kids get their diagnosis or even believe that they have something wrong with them because, like, if you have autism and you grow up not knowing it, most of the time most people think that they're unlovable because people don't like them, but they don't know why. They think they're just weird and bad and not fun and just an outsider, and they have no idea why. But, like, once I realized I was autistic, I could plan around it, I could cope, I could figure out how to do things better, I could see my symptoms laid out before me, and I could know what I can do to help them and how I can be more comfortable. Like, honestly, getting my diagnosis was one of the best things that happened to me.
I'm glad.
Of course, once it happened, I was insecure for a while because I thought, oh, now I know why I'm weird, and now I know that I can't fix it, even if I try. But that, I think, came from a severe lack of education about what autism is, and the fact that it can be helped to where I live a normal life. Because, like, we don't teach that kind of stuff. It's
just another operating software. It's not...
Yeah, it's not wrong. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I also learned that if a person doesn't like me because of my autism, they can go to hell. Like, I mean, if someone matters and if someone is good for me, they're going to learn how I communicate.
Yeah.
They're going to learn how to be good for me and good to be around me, and I'm going to learn how to be good to be around them.
And it is worth knowing you. You have, like, a lot of things to say and a lot of important opinions and stuff. So, and I like learning from you, you know?
I really appreciate that. Because, like, I mean, as someone into psychology, it's always good to hear that I have wisdom to impart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am not getting enough twins. I've been rolling up stuff, but, like, only the things that are in pairs count. Oh my god, I'm stuck.
Uh-oh.
Okay, wait. Oh, please. Please. Can I roll out of here? Oh my god. Please. I just want...
Autobots, roll out.
That's what I was thinking of too. Oh my god. Wow. Please, I just wanna see my family again, please. Please, for the love of God. Okay, I did it.
Oh my God, you did it! Yay!
Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, psychology. I wanna be good for other people to be around and to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that involves a lot of learning about myself so that I can learn how to impart human wisdom upon other humans. And you know what? Therapy really helped me with that. It's really cool being into psychology and going to therapy because, like, not only is my therapist like my therapist, but he's also like a mentor.
Yeah.
Because you know, the other day we were talking about how I get extremely anxious about depression and suicide, and he was saying that you know, he's trying to teach me that after a certain point you can't be responsible for what someone else will do, regardless of whether you tell them not to or not. Because apparently, I'm not going to tell too much of this information because I'm not even supposed to know very much about it. But my therapist did have a patient in his lifetime who ended up murdering a bunch of people. So he was telling me, you know, you can't feel responsible for stuff like that. He told me he couldn't even tell me any more about it because then I would know who he was talking about. So that means he like had like a real, like a serious killer in his treatment, which is kind of cool to me, but also like I hope that doesn't happen to me someday.
Kind of cool. What?
Well, he knew a murderer. Of course, that's cool. I mean, how many people get to know a murderer and be directly responsible for their mental state?
Wow.
I think it's neat.
Okay.
But point is, it's just he gets to tell me all these things about like human psychology where like I wouldn't have had an experience to know this other than if I had a therapist. Oh my God! I lost my sunflowers. Shit!
You lost your sunflowers?
I lost something that was part of the mission. Fucking damn it!
Oh no!
This is a hard mission. I am not getting anywhere
Kinko,
close to
older sister.
What?
Quintuplets are not the same thing?
I know.
Wow. Oh my God, they're trying to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Because it's causing mayhem.
Yeah. But
Wow.
I rolled up the police because I'm cool like that.
They see me rolling. They hate it.
Yeah, exactly. You get me. Oh my gosh. Oh, twins, get over here. I don't know if I'm gonna make this one. This is one of those where paying attention probably would have come in handy.
It's fine. We can manage.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can do it again if I have to.
Yeah. Or you can do another one.
That's true. I could do cancer and roll up all the crabs.
Yeah, you could do that.
I hate being a cancer because I can, if I'm like, cancer's rule, people are like, cancer rules? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
That always sucks. Those guys don't count as twins. The one in front is in charge.
Damn it. I'm stuck. I gotta go around.
Man.
Ah, Jesus. Okay. I'm really nervous about this. I'm sorry. I've run out of things to say because I'm thinking about getting this done.
Do you want me to tell the story about the worst restaurant that I have ever gone to?
Yes, please.
Okay, so here's the story. My dad's like, "Oh, there's a new restaurant in town. Let's go." See, we were living in Saudi at the time, so that's important. We were like, all right. So our family hops into the car, and oh my God, school children, chaos. What the fuck is with their froze?
They've got that Japanese pompadour kind of bullshit going on.
Wow.
It's a thing in Japanese, like
Takashi,
culture.
younger brother. Some of them have names.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, so we hop into the car. We arrive at the restaurant called Chow.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no parking for this restaurant.
Shit.
So we had to. We had to park like halfway down the street from where from where the restaurant was, and then had to walk all the way back for like 10 minutes or something to get to the restaurant again. And we should have known at that point what we were getting ourselves into. But we didn't. We immediately go through the gates of the front gate of this restaurant, and we see the stairs and like a wheelchair ramp that is, first of all, at like a 45-degree angle.
Oh God.
Which is terrible for anyone in a wheelchair. They also had it blocked off by one of those like rail things. And on top of that, they had this giant cactus at the end of the ramp. So it was not being used. So we were just like, okay, that's weird. And we walk up to the door, and I was like 10 years old.
Oh, I did it.
At this point. Did you do it?
Yeah, I succeeded. I didn't complete it, but I succeeded.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, continue.
Okay.
I feel it. I feel the cosmos.
Oh, you called that line for line.
Yeah, I played this game, man. Anyway, continue.
Okay, so my 8-year-old self goes up to these giant glass doors, and there's a dude standing on the other side of the glass doors watching this happen. Me and my sister, who was like a year and a half older than me, struggled to open these doors. I mean, these things were like heavy doors, heavy glass doors. And the dude saw us struggling and did not open the door for us. My dad had to open the door for us, and then we like walk in, and this dude is like, please, like, this guy's like, oh, table for 4. And we were like, yeah. And he takes us into the dining area, and he goes, find a table for yourselves, and walks away. And we were just like, okay. So we just grab ourselves a table, and we sit down on this like 6-person table. And me being like my 10-year-old self, I go sit at like the front of the table. Because I was just like, oh yeah, I want to sit at the front of the table, 10-year-olds. And we ordered our food. I ordered a pizza or something. And then we ordered our food, and the guy went away. And we then moved seats to sit next to my sister, so that we were all like sitting in like opposite each other. And the guy comes with my pizza, looks at where I'm sitting, looks where I was sitting, looks back and forth, puts the pizza at the front of the table, and then leaves.
Oh my God.
I was just like, I'm clearly sitting here. Oh, it was so weird. And then it just keeps going. By the way, my mom ordered toothpicks at some point in the dinner, and so she like calls one of the waiters and says, "Oh, can you bring some toothpicks?" And they were like, "Okay." Like a half hour passes, no toothpicks have come. So she asks the second person to bring some toothpicks. 5 minutes later, no toothpicks have arrived. My mom calls another dude to get some toothpicks, and they were like, "All right, yes, ma'am, we're gonna bring our toothpicks." And then they go away, and then the first dude comes back with the toothpicks. Second dude comes back with the toothpicks, and then the third dude comes back with the toothpicks. And we're just like, okay, this is a thing. And during the dinner, we were like looking at how nice it is. There were like these like $1,000 speakers on the side, and these wonderful murals painted on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And then we realized the waiters had like $2 trays
Uh-huh.
in their hands, and we knew that they were $2 trays because we had the exact same ones at home.
Oh, wow.
So they spent all this money on these speakers and on these. They spent money on these speakers and on the uh, murals and stuff, and they still uh, they still had to like pay out cheap for these IKEA trays that were like $2 each.
Honestly, if you ask me, restaurants where they tell you to seat yourself are always either the best or the worst.
It was the worst, and we're not even done.
Oh God.
So at one point, the dude comes with like a bottle of water, opens the cap, and the cap falls to the floor. And so the guy goes, okay, he just pours the water into our glasses, bends down, picks up the cap that was on the floor, and seals the bottle.
No, ew.
We were just like, all right, this has been a total disaster. We want to talk to the manager. Oh, right, sorry, one more thing. The only good thing that this restaurant had is that it had waitresses.
Uh-huh.
Because that's extremely unusual in Saudi. Usually it's like only men work.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Only men like work in restaurants and stuff. Even in family diner places and stuff is usually only waiters.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. So it was nice that it had female staff. But anyway, the manager comes and he goes, "I am so sorry for all the trouble, especially for the water. We are going to give you some free desserts." And we were like, "All right, cool. Let's." We were cool, like they were trying to be decent about it, and they gave us the desserts. They gave us the tiniest desserts you have ever seen.
Oh
These
my
like
God.
small, like tiny, like shot glass chocolate mousse things that were disgusting. And we were just like, all right, we're never coming back here again.
God, I love terrible restaurants. So funny.
Oh my God, it was so bad.
Where I live, there's this one street. Will you stop eating ice? I'm gonna murder you.
Sorry.
You said you were gonna stop when we recorded.
I'm not eating the ice. I'm just because like it has like water.
Oh, it's very loud.
Yeah, sorry.
But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah,
Okay.
there's this one street in my city that has all of like the best food on it. It's like all of these tiny like hole in the wall ethnic foods. It's got like Korean and Indian food and Mexican food and all these different little places, and like the service isn't always perfect, but like, and like some of them are seat yourself kind of places, but like they've got the best food in the city, if you ask me.
Nice.
God, it's been so long since I've had any real food. Like,
When was the last time you had real food?
Well, yesterday when I went to Cracker Barrel, but I don't know if that counts as real food. I mean, it was like,
Ouch.
it wasn't like decent food. I mean, it was decent food, but it wasn't like fantastic food. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people wouldn't consider Cracker Barrel real food, but I personally love it. Because like I said, when I lived in Utah, I didn't have any other form of southern or country food. And I miss
So
those
do you
biscuits and
live in the
gravy.
country? Like, is that where you live?
I live in a urban city, but
Okay.
I live in the south, so it kind of counts as like it's a place where we would normally eat southern food, like po' boys and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, I miss po' boys. It's a lot of greasy food here, which is really nice for me. I have seen like I once saw a post on Tumblr that was like, how is Southern food gonna be that bad for you and taste like shit? And it was like, no, thank you.
Excuse you.
Like, for one, it doesn't all taste like shit, but for two, that's kind of racist, because a lot of the Southern home cooking food that we know as Southern country food is directly from Black and Creole, like, recipes. Like, this is the stuff that people made from what little they had in the earlier days of America when the slaves were recently freed and they didn't have much but cornmeal and like lard to make meals out of. You know? Like, I mean, I mean, this is not what we eat down here that we consider Southern food is not white people food. It was a direct result of the diversity of the American Southeast. So, like, I was, like, super upset about that post.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. God, I love biscuits and gravy. But, like, I really want some, like, real, like, some nice ethnic food, because all I've been eating lately is, like, not home-cooked meals, but, like, frozen meals that are like easy to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Partially because I really need to go to the grocery store, but partially because I didn't have any money until my student loans came in the other day, which thank God I have at least a little bit of money now because of my student loans.
Yeah.
So that I can actually eat. Like, the first thing I did when I got those loans was get an acai bowl from a local coffee place. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
But I need some, like, some good Indian food. Because, like, it's better. It's better.
Alright.
I love it. Honestly, Indian food is my favorite food, I think.
Indian food?
Yeah. So
nice.
good. Oh, man, I almost got that guy with a crown on his butt. Damn it. Shoot, someone's coming. Okay. I think I did it. Yay! Do you want to go play something else after this?
What's the point of this mission?
I was supposed to collect crowns. I was supposed to collect glamorous things, and I got at least 50%, so it's fine.
Alright.
Oh, I got a present!
Objects 404.
404.
Collector of crowns. We got an achievement!
Corona Borealis. I'm gonna go check out my present. Oh, wait, here we go.
Oh, another one? I feel the cosmos.
Oh, yeah. Corona Borealis is back on top.
So what is up with this family that we're following?
That's a good question. I don't actually know. They just see it. Oh, look, crown.
Oh, you can wear it?
Oh, but I want my scarf. Should I wear my scarf or my crown?
You choose.
I like the scarf better, honestly. Okay, you guys, we're gonna go play something else. We love you so much.
Alrighty, we love you, and have a good day, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.
Bye, guys. Mwah.
Bye.